Today in Matt's class, James and I are going to talk about framing heights and how it can help your visual storytelling. All right, today hanging out with me is Mr. James Polony, and he is going to help me demonstrate what framing heights are. This is something that you can use with not only your filmmaking, but your animation, your comic book illustration. If you like to draw manga, a lot of times in your script, it will call out different framing heights. And what that means, it's kind of like how close your camera is to your subject, and it's kind of where things get cropped off. So the biggest example would be the difference between like a long shot where you see the entire figure and an extreme close-up where you are really close to a figure. So let's go over those framing heights now. The abbreviation, sometimes you see that in a script as well. A long shot is anytime you see a figure from top to bottom, you're not cropping off anywhere. So you might have a scenario, something that looks a little bit like this. So this is called a long shot. The abbreviation for long shot is LS. And so you guys can see at home what that actually looks like on camera. James, give us a long shot. Nice. Clearly you can see the character from head to toe. Next up, we have what's called a full shot. And a full shot is very similar to long shot, where you can see your character from head to toe, but there is a difference. So the difference between a long shot and a full shot, a long shot could be really far away where you see your characters like little ants, or you could be really close. As long as you're not cropping off any of the figure, it's considered a long shot. I'll give you one more example. So you could be relatively close like this, or have you ever seen a Lord of the Rings movie where it seems like, I don't know, like once every 5 minutes, there's another helicopter shot, you hear the music again. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, you guys get the idea. So you may have a shot like this. Here's like the mountainside, and here is Legolas right here. Here's Aragorn right here. And then here's a bunch of hobbits. They're not as quick, so they're a little bit smaller. Well, Gimli's way in the back, bitching up a storm because everyone's moving way too quick. So they look like ants on here, but this would be a long shot because clearly we see the entire figure. This also is a long shot. The difference with a full shot, specifically a full shot, is as close as you can get to your subject without actually cropping off any of the figure. Long shot is a little bit more vague. It's a little bit more, it's not saying how close or how far, it's just saying you can see the entire character. Full shot specifically means you're as close as possible, but we still can see the entire character. So James, full shot. Next up is what's called a medium full shot. Now, as we get closer and closer to our characters, we start cropping off some of the figure. So if it's ever cropped off a little bit closer, say something around the knee area, this is what's called a medium full shot. The abbreviation for, oh, by the way, I never wrote down what this was.
For full shot.
Hold on. This is a full shot. Here in the purple, the abbreviation for full shot is FS. All right, so we've got the medium full shot, and the abbreviation for medium full shot is MFS, where you're close enough that it's kind of cropping off at about the knees. James, what does that look like on camera? Next up, if you are close enough to your character that you are cropping off at about the groinal area, that is what is called a medium shot, and it looks a little something like this. So you can kind of see here, it would be kind of cropped off right about here. This is what is called a medium shot. The abbreviation for medium shot, not to be confused with multiple sclerosis, MS. James, I want to see a medium shot. Next up, if you're ever cropped off at about the waist, this is called a medium close shot. Medium close shot. Abbreviation for medium close shot is MCS. James, medium close shot. I want it now. Next up, if your framing height is kind of cropping across the chest, this is called a close shot. So let's say we've got something a little sort of close shot. Abbreviation for close shot is C.S. Lewis. All right, James, I want a close shot. Give it to me. If we're ever close enough that we're kind of cropped across the shoulders, that is a full close-up. It looks something like this. Full close-up. Abbreviation for full close-up is FCU. James, full close-up. Give it to me. If we're close enough, we're definitely not cropping off any of the top of the head or the bottom of the head, but if you're a little bit higher, cropping off into the neck, this is a medium close-up. Medium close-up. The abbreviation is the MCU Marvel Cinematic Universe. James, I want the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Show me. All right, there is one more, and if you're a fan of Wayne's World, this is the extreme close-up. By definition, this is whenever you're close enough to the face where you're cropping off either the top of the head and or the bottom of the head, but this is a little bit more vague. It's kind of bringing it back to where we were with long shot, where that was vague and how far away it was. This is vague in that it's close enough, you're cropping some of the face. You could have, like this could be an extreme close-up, or this could be an extreme close-up where it's just of an eye. You could have an extreme close-up, for example, something like this, where it's just the eyes, or you can have an extreme close-up even closer of the mouth or just the eye. That is really up to you, but this is the extreme close-up. Now the abbreviation, traditionally it's ECU, but I've seen a lot of the younger generation, you know, they're just a little bit more edgy. I have seen people starting to put XCU because they're feeling dangerous and edgy. So James, I want to see an XCU. You guys remember The Grudge? All right, so that is your framing heights for today. Get to know them, get to love them, enjoy them, and use framing heights to enhance your visual storytelling. Did you enjoy class today? If so, give me a like. If there's something you'd like to see me cover in a future video, let me know what that is in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I've also got a video series called Sketchbook Challenge that helps your drawing, creativity, and fill up an awesome looking sketchbook. Plus, there are videos on You Can Draw Star Wars, Hollywood is Dead, and sneak peeks at the Aladdin 3477 motion picture trilogy. In order to not miss any new videos, hit that notification bell. Sharing is caring, and it's great to inspire your friends. Share this video on social media and your friends will share awesome art tips they find with you. If you're on Instagram, you can follow me at Matt_Busch_Instagram. I'll see you back in the classroom soon. Don't be tardy.